If you don't know what to post, start here. So, what kind of friend are you? What do people normally come to you for? Something that I'm going to start implementing is if someone comes and asks a question to me for advice in my personal life, I think it's a great time to like rip the camera out because we are in flow. We're normally talking and it's just genuine and authentically us. And sometimes I think it's great to have some planning. I know a lot about planning. I love it. But also, I think it just helps when it's flow and it's natural. And that's the kind of stuff that I love watching and listening to myself. I think that pull out the camera, it makes it more comfortable, and talk as if you're talking to a friend, what advice you would give them. Think about things that people might come to you for. And another thing that's funny too is a lot of times the advice we give to people, we also need to hear ourselves. So that's another thing to keep in mind. It was like I was thinking of what I needed to tell everyone else, and then I thought, well, I need to hear this. So just start. It's like exposure therapy. The more you do things, the better you get at them, the easier it gets, the more natural it feels. We can sit and plan and procrastinate. Procrastination is like self sabotage. You know, you could have a video out there right now getting views that you could film in 2 seconds. You don't need crazy editing. You don't need a nice thumbnail. Yes, that can come. But I think getting more comfortable on camera, doing what you say you're going to do, even if it's not perfect, that is where we just have to start and just kind of keep throwing things until they stick. So, yeah, if you don't know what to post, what kind of friend are you? What do people come to you for? Next time someone asks you for advice, rip the camera out, start giving it to them, but you know, also others. And like, I really think things are supposed to be easy. We all overcomplicate everything, and maybe it doesn't need to be that hard. I think at the end of the day, what makes people most magnetic is just being themselves and being real. So, another thing, if you're like worried about posting and not having any sort of like likes, interactions, I don't know what it is, but I promise you, even if you're helping one person, you like I have people recently messaging me about how like, oh, you make these habits and then you actually do them. Like that's so motivating. I don't even think this person ever interacted with any of my posts. I didn't even really know that they were watching. And even if you don't help one person, you are, because you're helping yourself. You're either getting out of your comfort zone, you are learning a new skill, you're learning to speak, you are making something a habit, which then makes it easier to do. So, I mean, one of the habits I made for, I think, January was to just talk to the camera. I'm like, even if I don't share it, I actually ended up having my family send vlogs. And now, like, we do it every day. And so it's made it more natural because that's how I want to show up, anyways. I don't know about you, but like sometimes the camera comes out and then I'm like stage fright. Uh, but just know like sometimes people might not interact with every post and it's kind of discouraging, but you know you are, and people are watching, and it's like those overnight success, it doesn't happen overnight. And you're getting practice, you're gaining skills, you're doing it for yourself. You are also most likely actually helping people, even if you're not getting that validation. And like in my life, I've had a lot of validation at times, and then I've had none. And I think you actually build a lot more character, right? When you're getting none, because now you're just doing things you actually want. Because it's like, well, you know, if nobody likes it, like at least I'm doing what I want. And I think that's where like the authenticity and everything can seep through, because it is, I mean, at the end of the day, don't we all just really want to feel free to be ourselves? That's what I think. So, also, yeah, just know sometimes my story likes, my DMs, I have more than I even have on my posts. It's crazy. Um, but everything you're doing is not for nothing. It will pay off. It will help you get closer to yourself. You will learn and you will inspire, whether it's now or later, because it's like passive work. People can come across it years from now. So, if you are looking for a sign to start, let this be it. If you don't know where to start, you will figure it out along the way. Things have changed for me so much. And it's really who you become. And the only way to fail is to just totally give up. So start. You deserve it. And you really don't know what is on the other side of fear. I think we fear so much of like being criticized or just like the negatives. But how can people see you if you are hiding? Anyways, I had this just kind of come through me and I was like, let me get on and share and take my own advice. So I hope it was helpful. And I have a lot of ideas to come, a mix of planning and a mix of just flowing. So I hope this helped, and start.